I got a lot of feedback on my video about rules for traveling. It's great to see people's opinions and ideas, some of them more helpful than others. But some of the comments I got made some important points, so I'm adjusting the rules for those. If you haven't seen the first D&D travel video I made, this one probably won't make much sense. There's a link in the description if you want to check it out. I didn't mention Rangers because I don't think they need to be fixed. I always use the new version from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, and I kind of assumed everyone else did too. But if you didn't know, use Tasha's. The revised Ranger in that book is much better than the Player's Handbook version, which just lets you skip the entire exploration pillar. So I completely missed this one. The Outlander's Wanderer feature makes rations completely unnecessary, and it has additional but very vague effects on travel. I'm scrapping the Wanderer feature and replacing it with the following. Forager. Each time you make a roll to forage, you find one more day's worth of rations than you otherwise would. Someone suggested that there should be a healer roll in the setup phase, and yeah, I'm kicking myself for not already doing that. So here's what the healer roll does. During the setup phase, make a medicine check to tend to the party's wounds, apply salves, and administer tinctures. On a failure, nothing happens. On a success, though, each player regains d6 hit points, no hit dice or resources expended. On a success by 5 or more, regain 2d6 hit points instead. On a failure by 5 or more, everyone in the party takes d4 medical malpractice damage, which can't be negated or resisted. One angle I had not considered when revising rests last time is the dreaded
Martial Caster Divide.
If you don't know, the Martial Caster Divide is the power imbalance between spellcasters and non-spellcasters, caused by the fact that when spellcasters are learning spells like Raise Dead, Polymorph, and Conjure Animals, barbarians get 1 extra damage dice on critical hits. Plus, spellcasters just have way more options at their disposal. Champion fighters get jack of, 2 trades. And the higher level you get, the worse this problem becomes. My travel games in the past have never gone past level 5. The divide usually starts to appear somewhere between levels 5 to 9, when spellcasters get better spells and also basically never have to worry about running out of spell slots. It can happen earlier though if your party's wizard watches a lot of Treant Monk. I would never want to exacerbate the infamous Martial Caster Divide, so just completely ignore my solution to long rest last time. I know, my bad. Listen, just use the other alternate rest rules in the DMG. Gritty realism. An 8-hour rest in the wilderness is now a short rest. A week-long rest in a safe haven is a long rest. Except a week in D&D is 10 days, and even 7 days feels too long if you're trying to give the party a time limit objective. They'll never want to stop and take a long rest. It's why I avoided the gritty realism rules in the first place. So let's just change it to 3 days rest in a safe haven. That's a long rest now. Not only does this fix the issue we had with rests before, I think it actually balances out the classes better. More short rests makes martials feel better, and fewer long rests means that casters really have to conserve their spell slots. Playing casters will feel pretty punishing at levels 1 or 2, but those don't last very long anyway. A lot of people even skip those first 2 levels, and it's kind of a small price to pay for the power that they get at higher levels. Even with the new rest system, casters will eventually still outgrow their martial companions. Another side effect of the new rest mechanic is that Tiny Hut is not an issue anymore. So go ahead and ignore my advice about that too. That's all the changes I wanted to make. I've updated the Google Sheet to include the healer roll, as well as put all these house rules in one place. So now you're ready to traverse the wilderness. Have fun! If you like my content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You know the drill. As long as people enjoy the stuff I make, I'll keep making it. If you've got any cool rules or anything that you do to make travel fun, comment down below and I'd love to read it. As long as it's not
Just Play 2nd Edition.
And while I do appreciate everyone telling me about the Adventures in Middle-earth TTRPG system, I really didn't know about that before. You can stop now. I know about it now. Like, I really know. But I looked it up and I don't love it. Plus, I enjoy making systems and stuff like this. Okay, thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Mwah.